Hey guys, welcome to CSA number 2. Woohoo! So I do my CSA every other week because look at all the produce you get, and we couldn't do it on a weekly basis. So I do it every other week, and it does great. I freeze what I can, we eat what we can, and some last longer in the refrigerator, and I don't have to worry about it, but it's all good. So this one's a big one. Lots and lots and lots of green. Plus this time I took like one of everything. So we have some white kohlrabi. I just slice it thin and I put it in salads like radish, and these are radishes. I gotta look at other things to do with that, but that's kohlrabi. Got some radishes. Here is onions. So, and they still have like the flowers on top coming in. Where is that? There it is. But these are onions. These are dandelion leaves. So a little bitter like arugula. Longer though. Like I said, they're very astringent, very good for your liver. Comes out in springtime. And then got 3 different kind of kales. Move over onions. There's Athena. She's showcasing the purple Russian kale. So this is the purple Russian kale. Love it. I love sauteing it with the Holy Quartet and nutritional yeast. So I love doing that. I learned as my new recipe that I got last year in the fall from the CSA. And then this one, I was like, is this kale? Is this a cousin of kale? What is this? So they said it's called frizzy kale. I was like, I've never heard of frizzy kale. I've heard of curly kale, but this is frizzy kale. So obviously it's a cousin of some sort. And then Athena's laying on it. She thinks she's in a garden. Athena. And this is lacinato kale, Tuscan kale, or dinosaur kale. Has 3 names. But Athena loves laying on it. Gonna have to give that a good wash. Oh, look, she's eating the onions. So here is some lettuce. I'm not sure of any particular name, but it's a green leaf lettuce. And then these crazy things, I actually took 2 by accident. I really didn't mean to. I thought this was one and I grabbed the whole thing. But garlic scapes, love garlic scapes. You only get them in the spring, and you use them like garlic. So you chop them up, saute them. So I cook with them just like garlic. Very good. Not as, it's a delicate flavor though. It's a delicate flavor. And then got some carrots. So these are, I got one orange one, but purple carrots. These things, and you got Apollo laying on the carrot tops, which is fine. He was actually chewing on the carrot tops. But yeah, these are purple carrots. When you actually cut into them, they're actually orange. But they are purple carrots. And then, what's this? Oh, Swiss chard. So the Swiss chard, we got Swiss chard, which the same recipe, Swiss chard is tender, more tender than kale. So you can actually get away with adding it raw in a salad, but you can also cook it with like that recipe I said, like the kale and the collard greens. Collard greens was the original recipe that the farmer told me about with the Holy Quartet and nutritional yeast, but I do it with kale, and I've done it with Swiss chard, and I've done it with the turnip, the beet greens, turnip greens. Yeah, you can do it with that too. And speaking of beets, got beets. These were like the last red ones. Otherwise, they were all white. I actually like the red ones better. So my onions, my garlic scape, dandelion leaves. And then I took 2 little bok choy. I want to give bok choy a try. It's cabbage. It's Asian. You can saute it. I'm not sure if you could eat it raw, but sauteed cabbage I like with just salt, pepper, and some, in some oil. Always as good as a side dish. And then I got 1 little baby head of cabbage. I think she said, was this Savoy cabbage? I think it was Savoy. And then I got 2 cucumbers. Very surprised to see the cucumbers. They had the regular, these traditional cucumbers, and they also had Asian cucumbers, but I chose the regular ones. I want to make like a coleslaw with it, or just add it, like a Greek salad. I like that. Got some strawberries, which me and my son started eating on the way back home. No sprouts this week, but 2 herbs. So I got cilantro and mint. And the 2 things I paid for was the nasturtiums. And it's funny because the farmer said to me, yeah, they're spicy. And I go, spicy? I don't remember tasting the spice. She goes, really? So we actually had one right then and there. She's like, oh, now I'm wondering. So when I ate into it, it's pretty interesting. Because my last share, I threw them on a salad. It just blended with everything, so I didn't taste it alone. But this time I tasted it alone, and it's pretty cool because at first when you start eating it, you get this sweet floral note in your mouth, and it's like, ooh, florally sweet. Then you get a little kick. Reminds me of arugula and the dandelion leaves. And I say, you know what, that's probably why I didn't pick up on the spice, because I ate it with dandelion leaves. But this time it was they give you a bigger package. Last time it was a small one. So I purchased this one. And again, I purchased the oyster mushrooms. I love just sauteing these with onions and having, and putting them in let me just leave it in there. And putting them in scrambled eggs. So I love doing that. Yeah, I think that's everything. That is my CSA haul number 2. Oh my God, where am I going to put all this stuff? That's a lot of greens. That is a lot of health right on that table. You know what I'm saying? Look, it knocks the cat right out. He loves the carrot tops. Oh, and speaking of carrot tops, I think you could put them in stock to make a chicken stock or a vegetable stock. If anyone knows, which I'm going to look it up, I swore I saw someone throw the carrot tops in a stock pot with water to make like a vegetable stock. So let me know if I can do something with those carrot tops. I would love to know, because this one is huge. Huge carrot top. And I usually just chop it down and make it compost, but if I could do something with it, I would love to. So let me know if anyone knows that answer. But I hope you guys have a great day. Today is Friday, the Friday before Memorial Weekend. So enjoy and have a safe and happy, healthy Memorial Weekend, and wear sunblock. Love you. See you guys in the next video. They love the carrot tops. It's a bed now. So here's something you don't see in many of my videos much, is breakfast. Not a big breakfast person. Breakfast is always on the go. Breakfast is never anything elaborate and fancy and, stuff like that. So it's just like whatever's in the fridge and throw it together. But because of the CSA, and I'm home today, I wanted to make a nice breakfast that I actually enjoy. I'm the only one that would eat this. So I chopped up the kale and I'm sauteing it in some of the spray oil in the pan. And then I'm going to fry 2 eggs in this one. But I did garlic. And here's my kale for my CSA that I washed and bagged up. And then salt and pepper. And then it's going to be nutritional yeast on the kale. And then I'm going to eat it like that and probably just make some gluten-free toast. This recipe, the farmer had told me about it. They do it with collards, collard greens, because I don't really like the way the collard greens are made down here, the braising with the ham hock. So, they said just chop up the collard greens, saute them in some oil, lots of garlic, some salt, pepper, and nutritional yeast, which gives it a nutty, cheesy flavor, which I was surprised like how good it actually was. And then she said, but you could also do it with kale and any of the greens. So I started doing that. So kale and collards became my new best friend. And this nutritional yeast that I have, this is actually Trader Joe's nutritional yeast. I just kept this container because they sell the nutritional yeast in a bag. So I just keep refilling this container, but this is actually Trader Joe's nutritional yeast. So there's my breakfast. The kale sauteed with some spray oil. I put garlic, salt and pepper, and nutritional yeast. I fried up 2 eggs. And then I toasted up some gluten-free bread. I got some Kerrygold butter on there with from Trader Joe's, everything but the bagel. And that is my breakfast today. Like I said, it doesn't happen very often, and I'm the only one that would eat this. But it is really, really good. I'm so glad the CSA is back.